Dozens of DeKalb police recruits lined up to look for new clues in the death of a child whose body was found in these woods Friday. At this point, investigators believe the child was African American between the ages of 5 and 7. But because the body was so badly decomposed after lying here for 3 to 6 months, police don't know if this was a boy or girl or how the child died.
The condition of the body precludes a facial identification, fingerprints, and things that we normally use to identify someone.
That's why investigators are expanding their search with the help of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The group has already sent the DeKalb Medical Examiner's Office about 20 possible matches, with as many as 80 more to come. Investigators are also taking a closer look at what the child was wearing.
There were a number of articles of clothing that were on the body, and our office is making an effort to run down the lot numbers and stock numbers of the clothing and see where they may have originated.
During their ground search Monday, police recruits found a tooth and clumps of black hair near the place where the child's body was discovered. Investigators say those could be key pieces of evidence as they try to piece together what happened. When Effie Myers picks up her granddaughter after school, the two have to drive right past the cemetery where a child's body was found Friday.
I think it's sad.
Someone should have been looking for this child by now.
In an effort to spark someone's memory, the DeKalb County Medical Examiner's Office displayed these size 11 Timberland hiking boots worn by the child. Investigators are now trying to track the lot and stock numbers on the shoes and the child's clothing. They're also sifting through the rocks and dirt collected from the scene to see if there are any clues they've overlooked. They say this is clearly their most difficult case, technically and emotionally.
This is some parents' worst nightmare that's coming true here, and they may not know about it yet.
That's why parents and grandparents following this case find it so puzzling.
It disturbed me that it was so young and had no one even claimed the child.
That no one has come forward, not even knowing this child. You know, or it's just funny. It's just really strange.
We now know about as much as we are going to know from forensic evidence about the body found in a South DeKalb cemetery last Friday. It's an African-American boy, about 4 feet tall, 5 to 7 years old, wearing a hooded jacket, denim pants, and Timberland hiking boots. What we don't know is who he is, and that is starting to frustrate DeKalb County Associate Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Gerald Gowett.
I thought of a child this age, that we would get a break in the identification fairly quickly.
Investigators were hopeful earlier that the boy's Timberland boots could bring them some clues, but lot numbers can only narrow down where the boots were sold to states east of the Mississippi River. So investigators like Jim Mabe hit the books, going through missing children's records state by state, hour after hour.
Here's another one in Fayetteville, North Carolina, that's 6 years old.
But so far, nothing matches, making it all the more possible that this child was even forgotten by people who were close to him. It's possible he was never reported missing.
It's quite good, actually. The National Center tells us that the majority of children that are missing are probably not on their list.
Unnamed but not unknown. Those who gather for the service for the little boy said it may seem no one knows the child whose remains were found in a cemetery 3 weeks ago, but God knows.
For indeed God Almighty knows this unknown, unnamed creation of His.
The service brought together people of all faiths, all sharing a common concern for this child. So many people were touched not only by the death, but by the fact that no one has come forward to claim the little boy.
Well, I cried. It was just so sad to think that somebody would give birth to a child and not miss it.
The service comes a day after investigators put together a clay reconstruction of the child's face. Perhaps this will help jar someone's memory and answer the multitude of questions. Till then, this blank headstone will be placed in the cemetery where the child's body was found. And these folks hope to one day inscribe a name.